I don't want to say just yes or no. I want to say that women in the church, as Pope Francis said, need to be encouraged to be more protagonists, because for let's say that the cultural vision of the man and woman has in a way influenced also the church, right? So we have to go back to the origin. And Jesus didn't make any discrimination between men and women. So why should women be discriminated in the church? I mean, if we go to the one who founded the church, he didn't make this discrimination. So I think it's more the culture which influenced the process, let's say. This is the first thing I want to say. The second is that if we look at the church as a service, I think that there are more women actually who serve, right? Now, instead, if we look at the church has a way to show also power, well, this is not though what I'm looking for, you know, this is not what I think should be in the church. So if we put this story upside down, you know, instead of career, instead of power, we look at service, there shouldn't be any discrimination. If we look instead at the church has a place of power, you know, as some people maybe have this idea, of course you can see this discrimination. No, I'm not interested in power, I'm interested in service. And because I think the church is we say in Italian, una chiesa ministeriale, a ministerial church. So minister means service, does not mean power. Now, if we then get influenced by the society, by the culture, then we change the meaning, but the original meaning is not that. I'm not interested in the priesthood for women or the women ordained, because in that case I think we are still thinking in the church as with a power, you know, in the idea of power in the church. Instead, the service, the presence in those offices, why not? If there are people who are capable of doing it, women who are capable of doing it, why not? What's wrong with that? If they are capable, because now we don't have to look at the role of women in the offices because we need those women just to rebalance. No, those who are prepared, those who are capable to give a contribution, you know, for those the offices they are requested, why not? What's wrong with that? I mean, it's something which should be done. I remember for a period, my bishop, that was very, not embarrassing, I was not embarrassed by that. But however, it was strange because they were all, all the offices in my diocese, and I was the director of Justice and Peace. So my bishop appointed me. And when we had the meetings, I used to sit in the back because I felt very, not embarrassed, but, you know, I mean, yeah, they're all priests and one lay person, and then me, well, two laypersons, one was me. So we used to sit always in the back because we are not used to that's bad. I mean, why? If there are a couple, for example, a Christian couple, why can't this couple be the director of the diocese office for family? It has to be a priest. The priest can be the assistant, the spiritual assistant or whatever. But why not a couple? You know, in my organization in Italy, we have been educated. My organization is called Azione Cattolica. We have been educated we have an expression which says, obey standing. You know, we obey standing, basically. So that means that I do not say always, for example, if my parish priest says now it's 8 o'clock in the evening, I said, I'm afraid it's not. From my point of view, it's midday, but then then you decide that you have the final word. But I want to say, so our idea is to give our contribution. Then the final responsibility is theirs. It's the bishop or the parish priest. But we say we have to. I think it's a sin of omission if we don't do it. If we just say, hey, but what can we do? It's not our responsibility. In this way, there are some lay people who are more clerical than the priests. So these people has to be awake that they have a responsibility. They will be asked, what have you done of your vocation as a lay person? And so I think, maybe now also this Pope can help to change the mentality, because for a long time the priests have been educated in a certain way, and it's not even their own fault. They were educated that this is the way they have to behave, and they try to do their best. I understand that also, right?